Hi, I'm really excited to review this Smart Kitchen Waste Composter with you today. It's a little different than some of the other electric composters on the market. We're going to go through that. But at its core, it's pretty much the same. It's still a dehydrator and a grinder. It has a pretty similar model to Lomi and the FoodCycler. The new FoodCyclers are a little bit of an upgrade from this, but this is still pretty similar. When you put it in, I find it's a little bit harder to get in than some of the competitors. However, it's $200 cheaper, and we're going to see if it makes pretty similar in product. All right, so let's add some of my food waste. Got a coffee filter, paper towel, apple core, lemon, edamame shells, date ball, a bagel. Actually, I'm going to tear this into smaller pieces. I have some trail mix, cucumbers, so we'll just put that in here. My typical food waste. Looks like a pretty large load to me, so I'm going to go ahead and use the large. And I'm happy with the standard. I don't need it to be super quick. I don't need it to be fermented. Oops. Okay. And here we go. All right, so this electric composter did its thing. Let's check out the finished product. Here we go. Very comparable to the other electric composters, smart waste appliances that are on the market. Pretty much the same finished product for about $200 less. So if you're interested in getting one of these electric composters, check out the link in my caption below. You can also check out a full review on my website, www.thecompostculture.com. I also have a lot of other reviews there and information on how to start your own backyard compost pile, compost tumblers, how to start a worm bin, so all sorts of good compost information there for you. All right, here's the finished product. I always love taking a look at the filters and how easy they are to change. This has a drip pan. Pull that drip pan out. And this. And then this. And so here are the charcoal pellets. You can hear it in there. And you actually get two new filters just like this. They don't give you the charcoal pellets for you to replace yourself. So you would toss these and then put new ones in. I can do that. There we go. And this was the drip pan. I like that this comes with a drip pan. The other ones don't, or the competitors don't, which does kind of make me wonder what's dripping here and what happens to it in the other brands. You can see right away that it is a little different than some of the competitors. I like that it makes it pretty simple. Low load, well, large load, low, medium. I like that you can quickly change it from ferment to quick to standard. I like that you have the timer here because the competitors don't offer that. Sometimes I'll be leaving the house and I want to know how much longer it's going to take, or maybe I want to do a load before I go to bed. I think it's pretty interesting to have the timer on here for you. One really interesting thing to note about this electric composter is that it is so much lighter than the competitors. I can pick it up with one arm. With the FoodCycler and Lomi, they are really, really heavy. I think it's just the way that it's made, because with this guy, remember it has this tray underneath. I actually don't have the tray in here right now because it's drying from when I was just using it. Let me get it out and show you. Okay, so this tray, I was drying it because I just used electric composter. It just slides under here. And so when you're finished, you need to make sure to take it out and then dump out the water. Because remember, once again, this is a dehydrator and a grinder. And so as it's dehydrating, all that liquid, all that water has to go somewhere. And this is where it goes. I guess the reason the other, like the competitors, are heavier is because they're a little bit bigger and they must contain all of the steam in here. I've never had a tray that I've had to empty before. It's not a game changer, or it's not a problem for me. I don't mind having this. And I also like that it makes it so much lighter. All right, my final verdict is that I think it's totally worth the money. If you are looking for a smart waste appliance and you don't want to spend as much money on some of the big competitors and you're okay with it being a little bit different, I think it's fine. The end product is pretty much the same. I still would always say that my favorite way to compost is the good old-fashioned way with compost piles. So if you're interested in learning more about compost, or how to make your own compost pile, how to compost with worms, how to pick out a good tumbler, you can check that all out on my website. However, if you're in a small apartment, you don't have any land, you don't have a compost pickup service, and you just have to throw away your food waste, I think this is a great option. I have a full review of this Smart Kitchen Waste Composter that you can find on Amazon on my website. Go to www.thecompostculture.com for the full review. Thanks.